What the fuck's up? I'm Junior.
I'm Superior.
And this is a piece of shit truck that I bought in November of 2025, and I call this big bitch Plankton.
Yep.
Yes! Yes!
Plankton.
This is a Chevy Silverado 1500 4x4 53 LS.
How many miles?
And I think about 220 miles.
Yep.
Damn! Pretty low, but you know, shitty trans. But it's in this beautiful, you know, olive dark gray, forest green, which is a special chrome paneling that ain't nobody got. This thing was definitely a workhorse from the guy that we bought it from. So right now we're just trying to get her up to par, and this is what the fuck just happened. For the first few months, we drove this truck and it was great. She ripped, does burnouts, and just gets it going. But we took it camping, and that's where I fucked up. So we were romping around out camping in maybe 4 to 5 feet of snow, and yeah, trans temp got up to about 220. First and second started to go, second and third started to slip real bad. So then, since the trans was already going to shit, we figured, seeing all the forums, dudes talking about the Lucas gear oil thickener, we might as well try it since what's gonna hurt? So we picked up a 4L65, which allegedly has stronger internals. So we'll see what the fuck's up, even if this thing works, because it's used, and we're kind of taking a chance and shooting in the dark, but fuck it. I'll take you guys with us, and we're watching YouTube as we're fucking going through. So, I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
That's true.
Yes, sir.
All right, so here's what we're looking at. 4L65. I believe it came out of a 04 Denali. But to our understanding, should bolt right up. We're gonna reuse his existing transfer case, and then we're gonna reuse the torque converter that came with the 4L65, new to us. So, all new fluids, gaskets, and then we're gonna send it. How long do you think it's gonna take us?
Man, 6-7 hours. No.
Stop it. Get some help.
I don't know.
Time check, everyone.
It's
2:19.
All right.
All right.
If it runs good, I might fuck around and go get a Whipple.
And a quick disclaimer, don't follow us as a tutorial. We're just kind of filming along our journey.
Yeah.
And we're not going to film every little step, every little detail, because that would be crazy. We're not YouTubers, but we'll pick up the camera and film when we don't forget. So,
But I mean, at the end of the day, we're watching YouTube with y'all. So I mean, you could take a little bit from what we're doing, but remember that we're just the homie with the extra chrome. We're watching this shit as we're going.
that's true.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's get it.
Moving. So what we're thinking so far is we're gonna have to jack up the front just to give us some more space. Obviously chalk the backs, because you know I'm not paying for a new fucking garage door. But yeah, I'm gonna get under there while he's setting up the truck and basically PB blast everything.
Everything.
Because if you know these trucks, bolts aren't fucking nice.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it, and hopefully we'll remember to record. We might be drunk, we might not, but let's get it.
Let's get it.
So basically what we're doing right now is we're gonna prep everything. We're getting PB blaster all over, every connection on the exhaust, from our drive shaft that connects to the transfer case, and our drive shaft from the trans. And then, so what I did so far is we're gonna have to drop this cross member too, just so we're prepped. Make sure to PB blast each bolt. There's 2 bolts on each side with the nut. And so far, we're looking pretty good, making sure everything's all oiled up and lubed. So
Grab a beer and let that penetrant sit, right?
yeah, grab a beer, let it all penetrate and sit, and pray to fucking the
You don't
GNC
break
and
no
your God
bolts.
that you ain't break no bolts, and straight no bolts.
All right, brother, let's grab a beer.
Yes, sir. So what we're doing so far right now is we're gonna disconnect our exhaust pipe from the muffler, just so we can kind of get shit out of the way and give us some more clearance. So yeah, hopefully the PB blaster did her job. Get her going. All right, so this harness for the O2 sensor up here next to the cat of the exhaust. She's tucked up in there, so you're gonna definitely need a real long flathead. See if I can get it better angled. Right there. See where his hands are, his fingers are moving. So up here, right over there where my little finger is. That's a pain in the ass, so you're gonna have to get some work in there. But so far, so good. Looking under the whole truck, the trans pan is gonna be fun. Alrighty, so we disconnected all O2 sensors. So now we're focusing on disconnecting the cats from these flanges on each side. And then after, we should hopefully be able to drop this cross member so we can get the drive shaft out. Alrighty, so we're gonna disconnect the starter. There's gonna be two 13mm long bolts. And then this 10mm little plastic cover. So let's get these out, and then on top, we're gonna have, I believe, a 10mm bolt on top of the starter or the back of it. That's the energy bolt. So yeah, let's get that bit out. Bam. So, just like a disclaimer, basically. Starter's a pain in the ass to get off. So, what we did for one of the bolts, the 13 on the driver's side is fairly easy to get off. But once you get to the passenger side, you're gonna have to get your long 13.
It helps if you got a buddy too.
Yeah, it always helps if you got a buddy. Yeah, going through the wheel well to get that off. So you're gonna have to hammer that 13mm on. That's on the passenger side, hammered on. She should come off. And after that, from personal experience, there's two power connectors on the top. That is a 5/16 and a 13. So getting the starter, you're gonna have to push some wires towards the driver's side. And what I did was I kind of used like the back of a hammer, and I pushed my starter forward and she popped out. So obviously be careful and try and not break anything, but you got her off that way. Yeah, it's kind of a piece of work so far, but you know, you go on with a clear mind. It is 3:20 and we got the starter off and the exhaust disconnected. So we're making good progress. Just, you know, take your time, go in with a level head. We're taking a little break right now. Your boy got to take a big old shit. And yeah, we'll probably chug another beer, and then make sure you fucking disconnect your battery. I didn't do that, and yeah, I almost blew the fucking truck up. But yeah, we're good now. We're good now that the battery's disconnected, but yeah, we'll get back to it once everything's all situated. You know, it's always good to take a little break. So what we thought was a good idea was we got some bags. So for our exhaust bolts, our starter bolts, you know, this is gonna be that little cover that I was talking about. So your exhaust is gonna be, or your starter is gonna be sitting like this on the truck. It'll be connected over it. So get that 10mm off. And once you get that starter out, this will easily come out and you'll be good. So after a little break, obviously YouTube University, we're writing down some notes on what's next. So we're gonna get it going, but you know, remember to take some breaks. If you need YouTube, I'd say it's just good to, you know, refresh your brain every time we're doing something like that, just so you're not disconnecting the wrong shit, and make sure, you know, you're going in a somewhat orderly fashion so everything goes out the same and comes back in the same. But yeah, YouTube University is gonna be your best friend, not us, because we're doing this shit with you. Yeah. Alright, so after watching a couple videos, they do recommend to pull this dipstick out, that trans dipstick, which we already taken out, because we're gonna have to end up disconnecting this, the dipstick tube, from the trans. So yeah, and then we're gonna have to safety secure it so it doesn't fall down and get in the way of anything. And once we reconnect it, making sure that it's in a nice secure spot so we're not rattling or hitting anything in the engine bay or under. Yeah. Also for, you know, your guys' help, if you want to read it, this is everything in somewhat of an order of what we're going to want to do. You know, screenshot it, take a picture, I don't know, watch the fucking video. Yeah. So from the drive shaft, we're going to disconnect these U-joints and then pop her out from here using the pry bar. So we're going to use a 11 wrench to pop off these U-joints from the drive shaft and hope to God that it does not smack the shit out of my face. And we already soaked it in PB Blaster. She's been sitting while we were doing everything else. Boom. Boom. And okay, sick. So make sure, you know, take your time, don't fuck yourself up. You can get it out by hand.
We'll check back in after the drive shaft is out.
Yes, sir. Pushed, yeah?
I mean, makes sense to me.
That was my face. But she is disconnected from this
Wait,
side.
let me move just in case this bitch start rolling.
Now, boom. And there is our drive shaft.
So it should just come out.
There we go.
Fluid might come out on your boots.
Lift that up. It's all right. So,
Cool. Drive shaft's out.
yeah, and I'd recommend to get some shop rags so you can wipe that in and prevent it from dripping onto the ground. That's why I'm supporting it with my foot. So now we're gonna drain the transfer case and make sure to always relieve it. We're gonna pop this top one off first, and then we're gonna pop this bottom one and make sure it's all draining. Let's get this going. It'll be a 18, sorry. 18 nut. Make sure that coming off nicely. If it's loose,
And those who know, always crack your top fill plug.
always.
For those who drain first and then find out later that your top
Get some
is
fluid.
seized.
Yep. See it'll
That
drip.
fluid
a
actually
little
looks pretty fresh. Maybe that guy wasn't lying when he said he did transfer case.
bit. Yeah. Fluid looks good.
That's real fresh.
Kind of like some good old Kool-Aid. But alrighty. So now since we got that top one off, we're just gonna crack the bottom by this. And once you can get it finger loose, we're gonna bring the pan up at an angle so we can drain it and twist it right off. My dumb ass is not loosening it enough. Beautiful. Again, like I said, or like we said, we are by no means mechanics, but we're competent enough to do shit like that. She'll drain. Sweet.
Cool.
Okay, so now that we got the transfer case drained, we're gonna end up draining the trans fluid, and then we're gonna remove this cross member. So once we get that out of the way, we'll check back in and let you guys know what's next. All right.
Quick
So-
update.
Update. The fucking monkey who had this truck before absolutely tatered this bolt. So we had to take this pan off, tried everything, we heated it up, didn't do shit. Just tried to smack the 13 on there, didn't do shit. So now, making the parts run, we're gonna go get some extractors, trying to get this fucking bolt out. But bright side is we could probably bring the pan with us. Never mind, we can't, because fucking the bolt's still inside of it. We're gonna have to make multiple runs to go get a new bolt.
It's gonna be a guess, yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go and get extractors, get the bolt out, take the bolt back to the hardware store to match it up.
Yeah, so I'm thinking once we get the extractors, we'll extract this bolt out, bring the whole fucking pan with us to the store, and just see whatever fits. Yeah, so yeah, fuck the guy who drove this truck before. You can eat a dick. Yeah. Alright, so after we were thinking about it, instead of buying like shit to get that bolt out, we went through the idea of trying to get a new trans pan. But then also, as we were walking out, we're talking to buddy Pierce. Yeah, we don't know if that fucking trans that we got works either. So like, it kind of be pointless to put a new trans pan on and then it doesn't fucking work. So we're just gonna run the trans pan that this has with no drain plug, so we can at least see if it works. Yeah, it's kind of a clusterfuck, but it's a lot better than how we usually do things. Yeah, but we'll get back to it. Remember, these middle bolts, just for your guys' info, they are a 15. You're gonna need a long socket. So now we're gonna drop the transfer case, disconnect it from the trans, get this bitch out, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so since we got this cross member out, that gives us some freedom to get the cats and that exhaust out. So now we're working on getting the It's called that front drive shaft that connects to the T-case out. Once we get that drive shaft out, it'll give us freedom to get the T-case out. Then going on from then, we will be on to the trans. That's what we're looking for. We're making
dropping it.
some good time. Keep
We're
a
doing
cool,
real good time.
calm, level head. That's the only way we can really, you know, make sure that this job goes smoothly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Disclaimer. Make sure all your fucking harnesses are disconnected from that. And like, you know, don't let all this fluid pour out all over under. Because, you know, yeah, we're all drenched in fucking transfer case fluid. So, yeah. I'm assuming y'all know it's fucking break time. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we got the transfer case out. Now we're gonna work on disconnecting the shifter link on the trans, all the harnesses, our trans cooler lines, and then get ready to drop this baby out. We'll update y'all when we got the trans out.
It's 5:30.
Oh, also don't forget torque converter bolts before we pull the bell housing bolts. But we'll update y'all when it's out.
All right, motherfuckers. So, fucking, what did I just do? What's it? Torque converters? So, okay. See that little bullshit, the torque converter, right? They're gonna be 15 millimeter bolts, 3 of them. And those gears, you're gonna use a pry bar and push up to rotate those gears, and you'll see your bolts. I did that shit off camera because I was going through the 5 stages of fucking grief and anger. But yeah, so now we're on to doing these shitty ass bell housing bolts, which is, easy ones are gonna be cool. The bottom ones are gonna be cool. Top ones might make me punch a baby. But yeah, I'll get back to it once this transmission's out, dog. All right, so we're on a little break. 8:30 p.m. And the jackass who had this truck before somehow fucking finagled his little ass, grungy ass fingers to the top of the transmission to put it on this fucking bolt. This fucking bolt. How? So, we're kind of fighting the fucking truck doing that right now. So, yeah. Sick.
We're missing the light.
All right. The trans is all ready to go. Dropped. Here's these piece of shit fucking bolts. Yeah. Oh, it's bad glare. It's okay. Fuck the glare. You guys get the gist of it.
Yeah, you guys get it.
Around. The camera wasn't fixed for this! Oh, this came with it. Well, that's alright, we'll put on another one. And that's what it got my fucking trans for your first time off YouTube. Wouldn't do it again. But
0 out of 10.
alright. So, this is what she's looking like. And this is what the fuck it looks like to get a trans out. Also, if your bolt is ever on the top, you can reach it through down here. It's a pain in the ass to get to, but it's a lot better than trying to maneuver under and up and over and through. But learn from me and Superior. But we are by no means mechanics. Might have slight autism, but
we do need this guy, but we'll do it tomorrow.
Let's get all this stuff out.
We're gonna reuse the shifter.
There she is. And I guarantee you she's been touched, played, fingered, fucked by the previous owners. So, you know what that means? My ass is doing a trans flush. The fucking video cut. I'm doing a trans flush every 20K.
Every 20K.
God damn.
Hey, every oil change.
Every oil change, you're doing a trans flush. Cause
Hey, every boomer that thought transmission fluid is lifetime, fuck you.
yeah, fuck you. God bless. All jokes aside, we got the trans out. We're kind of fucking delirious. We almost killed ourselves with the transfer case. So we're gonna call it. Tomorrow's gonna be a new day to put in the trans, the new one, and pray to all the GNT 800 gods that this will work and I will never have to touch this bullshit again besides doing a fucking drain and fill and a flush, whatever the fuck. But yeah, hopefully I'll see y'all dumbasses tomorrow. Yeah, don't be like me and buy a fucking truck that went through a guy named Pierre and Mike. Yeah. But like, you know, Facebook Marketplace is Facebook Marketplace. Old trucks are old trucks. At the end of the day, can't be mad. It's a 20-year-old trans. So, yeah, don't give me no offers for this fucking truck. If you do, I will find you where you live. Yeah, but I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Anything, Spear?
Peace.
Yeah.
One day later.
Day 2. Tired as fucking truck. We're gonna pull off like these 2 sensors, see if there's oil leaking from it, do new gaskets. Yeah, so we're gonna make some auto part store runs because we're gonna get some new hardware because I'm surprised how we didn't round shit off, but yeah, just to be safe, we're gonna get some new bolts for the trans and shit. Man, fuck, was it that axle gasket piece, whatever, next to the drive shaft in the front? Oh,
Small one.
yeah, small little gasket,
Lock-off plate.
cooler lock-off plate. Yeah. So we gotta run some fucking errands. We're gonna check these sensors first and then get after it. Yeah. Second day is normally the hardest day. I'm fucking hurting. It's cool. Another day, another penny.
All right, so we got the transmission out. We're just prepping our new to us 4L65. I believe this came off an 04 and my little brother's truck is an 02, so we actually have to swap the safety neutral switch over, which to my understanding should be a direct bolt on. Everything else looks like it'll be a direct swap. And then we're gonna get ready to put the 4L65 up inside. We may catch a clip of us reinstalling the torque converter on the 4L65, so we'll check back in when the safety neutral switch is out and on to the new one.
Yes, sir. For reference, the reason we're swapping this out is because the 4L65 has this harness. That's a lot different compared to the 4L60, which I'll bring right over here. Oh. The 4L65 comes with these dual, so it has an upper harness and a lower harness, which we'll have to swap over since the car does have these harnesses as well. But yeah, getting ready to throw that bad boy in over there. And if anybody wants a heater or transmission core, by all means, hit me up. All right, so after all this, he's about ready to go in. We don't really have much clearance. We got the truck up as high as possible as we could. So we got the trans on this little mat. We're gonna try and slide her under, hold it, trans jack up, and then we're gonna try and
Bench press it.
trying to basically, yeah, bench press this fucking trans onto that jack and hope to God that we can get it on there and up and mounted. But we said our prayers. We got our own prayer, the best one trans that we'll never see again once it's on, and pray to God that we'll never see it again.
Oh God, dude.
But yeah, we're along with this fucking journey to this bullshit. But something new every day. It's not every day you get to replace a trans, but you know, you never want to. Again, this whole video is just us watching YouTube, so follow but don't follow us.
Yeah. We're not responsible for you.
Yeah.
What you do.
Yeah. But yeah. Yes, sir. I'll probably mount the phone up and we'll get some clips, hopefully, and see how it goes. So, the file got corrupted on us fucking putting the trans in and everything. So right now, we got the transmission in, and we're working on getting the starter and the fluids. But it was all pretty simple, quick and easy. The only hard parts right now is the fucking starter, because, you know, GM loves to put things in really wonky areas. But we're almost done. Gonna fill up on fluids and fingers crossed that she runs. Fingers fucking crossed. Alright, Spear. So we got the battery hooked up. Truck's lowered. Off the jacks.
All right, y'all. It's been a long 2 days.
Yeah.
We did take our time because we had to watch videos as we go, triple check our work, label our bolts, lock tight, torque spec. So we tried to do a thorough job, so I think that took us a little longer than it could have. But this is our first time doing a transmission drop on a GMT 100 platform. 2 days and probably 15 hours.
Yeah, you going
12, maybe 12.
I'd say 15 just to be safe.
We only put about.
Well, if you want to include running to the store multiple times.
That's true.
Yeah.
But for those who have watched the whole video or skipped all the way through, just to recap, Brothers 4060E went out, started slipping, so we threw in a used 4065E.
Yep. There's out of what? Tahoe?
The 04 Denali.
Oh, Denali. Denali.
Used torque converter as well. I know people are probably gonna hate on us for that, but we flushed the cooler lines out, flushed the trans cooler.
Yep.
So just gotta put everything back together. We're gonna crank her up.
Hopefully.
Maybe put through some of the gears and then check the fluid and then hopefully take it for a drive around the block. We'll update y'all then.
Yep.
I'll get you. Well, probably
fucking started without the keys.
probably pop the hood because we gotta check oil, coolant.
I don't know where the keys are. I'm being dead ass.
Is it on? Is it hanging on the pegboard? Pegboard.
Wait.
Bro.
Ah, shit. Alright.
Let her run for a couple of seconds, dude. It's been a couple days. Let's check the oil pressure after a little bit.
Nope.
That's okay. Hit it one more time.
Nope.
One more time.
Nope.
One more time.
Nope.
Cut it. All right, we're gonna diag real quick.
So, after some diag, don't be a dumbass like me. Make sure all your harnesses are clicked in.
You're a fucking idiot. This needs to stop. Now.
The crankshaft position sensor next to the starter wasn't fully clicked in, so that was throwing the code and it wasn't starting the truck, allegedly. So, hope and pray to God, to the GMT 800 guys, that she'll run and give me a good time.
We'll check it after test drive.
So what we did so far was we ran through every single gear that the truck has. Let him sit each gear 20 seconds, and we made sure that oil levels are good. And we had the top off. Overall, we added 7 quarts of trans fluid in addition, since our torque converter was full. So it's a rough estimate, maybe I'd say what, maybe 9 quarts in
There's
total.
probably 3 quarts in the converter.
3 quarts in the
So we're
converter, so
probably around
about 10 quarts altogether. So we're gonna go on the test drive and see how she does. Alrighty. So I completely forgot to record an outro, but the truck drives amazing. Other than I have to get a new shifter cable, so I'll probably go in my local pick and pull and picking up like a cheap shifter cable from there. But yeah, we did have to top off at least another quart of transmission fluid, but that wasn't nothing to it. Truck drives great. We appreciate everybody who's came along with us throughout this journey. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, but also leave in the comments if there's anything you guys want to see us film or do. And this has been Leftover Bolts Garage, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.